and we are willing to do the things to be able to help you to get there, but you also have to commit to doing
Right.
the work when it's time to do that. But if you can find a guy like Storm, or if you can find a guy like me or somebody or you're close with who can push you, it's like find that person, because we always do better in a group and always do better with accountability. And a reason why I was so drawn to pursue the online training model was because I could reach people outside of the tiny city of like Beechwood, Ohio, which I've been in for the last 3 years, but because I know I do better in a group
Yeah.
and I want people holding me accountable. And if it's my wife who I'm inspired by and she's one person and she goes out there, how much more motivated would I be if I've got 10 guys
Yeah.
in a group chat talking to each other about picking each other up and doing the things they don't want to do? And I just think that's such an important piece. So like you really got to, if you're struggling, if you're out there and you're struggling with your fitness, you got to find a tribe. You got to find your people who can
Yeah.
push you and support you through the whole process. And you don't have to go do an Ironman. You
Mhm.
don't have to be as wild as Storm and do all this kind of stuff. But like just to get started on that, I think a great thing to do is be able to just find a tribe, find a group who can push you to be better.
Yeah. And I think everything that you just explained goes back to one of our first thoughts of the clients that come in and that reliability and that they know I'm going to be here regardless of the situation. I had a blood clot in my leg earlier this year,
Hmm.
and they're like, "You need to go to the ER," and I was like, "I'll do it after we get done training." Um, and or I went to the Penn State Notre, and I'm not recommending that at all. Just that's just,
Right, right. Seek medical advice.
but I went to the Penn State Notre Dame football game in Miami, and it was on a Thursday night. Flew back into Jacksonville, landed at like 1 a.m. Right from the airport, I came right to the gym, no snooze. And I do the Ironman, or I do that 110-mile run, and I'm still here the next day. So it's way, in my opinion, because of what I have seen, it's way easier for those early clients or even like the 9, 10, 11 o'clock clients that they're like, I don't feel like going, but I made this commitment to Storm and I know he's not going to cancel on me.
Hmm.
And I know he said he's going to be there and he has not let me down for the last 13, 14 years. Like having somebody with your mindset of doing what you say you're going to do, um, it's contagious and other people will feed off of that, and then you're around them long enough and then they start making less excuses because their
Mhm.
excuses don't sound great anymore. Doesn't sound great to them, doesn't sound great to anybody, and they're just like, I was going to quit today but I'm so or I was going to cancel today but I'm so happy I didn't, and I knew you would be disappointed if I did. And so it's that mindset of doing what you say you're going to do. I think that brings people around you, and kind of builds that tribe that you were talking about.